Hello, hello, hello. It's a brand new day, and this is our morning connection. How you doing this morning? I'm Skip LaCour. I'm so glad you are here for our daily check-in, our daily discipline, our habit, this is our ritual, right? You know, those patterns that you do that when you do them, they just trigger an emotional response. Something ingrained into your nervous system that calls upon your higher self, accesses that most powerful part of your brain, your body, right? You find those patterns, then you do them over and over and over again, and they get strengthened, and then it's just a part of your pattern, something you got to do, you're conditioned to do. I want this to be one of your success rituals that you do every single day. It is for me when I know that I have something to get up to in the morning. I have to be on. I have to step up. I got to be on time. First thing earlier in the morning, here it is on this Sunday morning, 3 a.m. on the West Coast. I know it's a little bit later. If we go east in the United States, I know it's afternoon, it's evening, your time of day. It doesn't matter what time it is. I love it when you're watching me live. I hope you're making this part of your day. I hope you're looking forward to it like so many other men are. Love those emails and those direct messages. Right? A part of your day where we, two men just a little bit older, we look at life a little bit differently at this stage of life. I want to talk a little bit more about that in today's message, give you some things to think about. Checking in, comparing notes, and then moving on, taking what we learn, reminding ourselves of who we are, what we're all about, where we are going, taking on the day, and then take advantage of every opportunity, work through every challenge that we may be going through with resourcefulness and grit, keeping that imagination, that place we ultimately want to be with our goals, but really the goals are just for those feelings and emotions that we want to experience more of, maybe some of those things we just want to never experience again, whatever it is for you. I'm so glad you're doing this for yourself. I'm glad I can be a part of it. I look forward to this time of day with you every single day. In today's morning connection, I want to talk about your opportunities. Let's talk about something positive, something that we're working for, your opportunities that you work so hard to set up. Maybe you don't appreciate it as much. By the time we're done today, I want to build a rock solid case why these opportunities that you're working so hard for, why you just got to double down, triple down when they come about. I want to talk about that during today's morning connection. By the way, you know, what I come to you I talk to so many men. I think yesterday I only talked about 5 men who are working hard to be the total package. Maybe that's you. Fitness, I mean, that's usually our common interest that brings us together. But usually when we have this passion at this age for fitness, we've got a lot of other things in common. I'm always I'm not so surprised how much in common every single time I'm talking to maybe you, how much we have in common. Maybe you didn't realize it. I see it play out over and over again. Even though we may have taken different paths to get to this point in our lives, we have so much in common. And I talk to so many men. I think yesterday was only about 5. I think I've got 17 phone calls to make. You guys have contacted me. You filled out the questionnaires. Got 17 to make today. In addition to my wife, she's just amazing. She has a St. Patrick's Day scavenger hunt planned for the kids today, and she wanted to make sure that I have some time this morning because I guess I'm reading the scripts of giving them clues or wherever they're looking for the scavenger hunt. Gave me my script to prepare for, so that's going to be fun. Little League practice on a Sunday. We didn't have Little League practice baseball on Sundays back when I was a kid, so that's this morning. And then all day long, I think I've got 17 calls as of right now to make. Fill out the questionnaires, send me a direct message if you want to know more about that. I've got this whole little system where I'm talking to dozens of men just like you, absolutely free, all week long. And definitely in this pattern where I have this system where I'm talking to so many men like you. But the point that I'm trying to make is that I have so much perspective hearing it from so many different angles of the men like us, and that's what I when I come to the Morning Connection, something's always inspired by something that I've learned as I talk to you, and I want to share it with all the rest of the men who, again, want to be this total package, be their best both inside and outside of the gym. That's what I'm all about. That's what I've stepped into, my mission, my destiny, my calling, my identity is help men like us get this mindset stuff, get this emotion stuff straight as we head into this phase of our life to really capitalize. And again, today I want to talk about those opportunities that you've been working so hard to set up in your life and how you have to double down, triple down, quadruple down when you they're actually actualized. They actually come to fruition, something you've worked so hard for. So let's see who's joining us live. And again, if you're watching me live, I do this at 3 o'clock in the morning every single day on my Facebook page, and that's at Skip LaCour page. I know we're building that special page over on YouTube where I post these live broadcasts in the record. So they're recorded over on YouTube, that MANformation YouTube channel. You're watching me there. It doesn't matter if you're watching a live or replay version. I'm just so glad that you're watching. A lot of men, they come over from LinkedIn. Make sure you subscribe when you're over at YouTube, or a clip is over at Instagram at Skip LaCour, or on Twitter. Make sure when you land on my YouTube channel that you subscribe to the channel so you're alerted every time I post one of these videos, these Morning Connection broadcasts. And then, of course, if you're on my Facebook page, make sure that you're notified with the notifications. All right, so who do we have joining us early on this Sunday morning? Let's see here. All right, Jack, good morning, sir. I'm so glad you are here. Neil, good morning to you, sir. Musashi, good evening to you. So glad you're here, Musashi. And Brian, good morning. Let's have a fantastic day. No other option. Let's see. All right, guys. All right. So I'll tell you, you've seen me pounding away, coming to you, I think every single day so far. We're 2.5 months, a little bit more into this new year. I've come to you every single morning for this Morning Connection. Been working hard on both ends, but one thing I always say, working hard, that's a great start. Best intention, that's a good start, but it's really what you produce, right? Working hard, you can't be just happy with that. You got to be effective with what you do. And if there's any day that I could take it easy or slow down just a little, it would probably be today. But I realized how I've set this time and everything that I've got going on. It didn't just happen. I didn't just, I should do this, and just did a couple things, and now here I am at this point. I realized it was months and months and months, if not longer, of all these talents and skills that I stacked up, all these different actions. Most of them didn't work out, and then now here we are. And I just feel fortunate to be an opportunity to come to you. A lot of things that I'm doing, they're paying off. But I look back, and I wonder if you're the same way. And you look back on some situation that you worked hard for, and it worked out well for you. But you look back and you say, you know what? I mean, I did well, but I should have leaned in, and I should have really killed it. That opportunity, I could have got twice as much out of it if I really appreciated, setting myself up to work so hard. Right? I mean, I got a lot out of it, but I could have got a lot more if I would have just took a deep breath and then hit it even harder. Right? I mean, I learned from those times. It's not a good feeling, because this is what I've come to understand in this world we live in today, is that things change so quickly. You can work months to get a position and you're so fortunate to enjoy the benefits of your hard work, right? Months, and it pays off just like you want it, just as planned. But the window that you benefit is getting shorter and shorter and shorter because things just change so fast. That's the world we live in. Got to adapt, right? Darwinism, you adapt or die, right? So you work so hard, the windows are getting shorter and shorter. You got to be that resourceful, gritty, mentally, emotionally flexible. If you're gonna, maybe you've noticed that. right? Like, wow, it did pay off, but man, it didn't pay off to the level or as long as I wanted, you know. And I not to be negative, I kind of have this rule that everything's going to be 10 times harder than anything. It's going to be 10 times more expensive than you think. It's going to be 10 times harder than you think. The payoff is going to be 1/10 of what you think as you're working hard. But you got to believe that as you work to actually make it happen. If you're ever going to crack the code and make it happen, and the window that you're going to capitalize isn't like maybe the old days. I don't know, our generation, you know, had that period of time. But you know, you'd work hard, you'd get to a point, and then ride that out for the rest of your life. Set it and forget it is the saying that comes to mind, right? And you know, but the time period that all your work pays off, that window, it's like 1/10 that you thought it could be before you got to pick it up, make an adjustment, and go on to the next phase, right? And that's just the way the game of life works. You can not accept it, you can say that that's not true, but I don't know. That's been my experience, and I don't see that. That's just real. But see, when you understand these things, you live with that sense of urgency. That's what got me out of bed. It's like, look, I worked so hard to put in this position, man. This is not the time to relax. I don't know how long this is going to last. I remember the 1/10 rule, right? And again, I don't see that as a negative thing, but pour it on. And so, you know, if you're going through the grind right now, right, and you haven't enjoyed the benefit of your hard work quite yet, and you're keeping on path, you know, with that imagination, that vision, maybe that's something just to think about to push you even harder, you know, that, yeah, man, when I get there, I'm going to really just have to pour it out. And that's a good thing. Hope that inspires you. All right, so always coming to you, just throwing stuff out there from what I heard. A lot of guys, they come to me, and it's not really what I do. I think, you know, if I were to climb inside their mind, it's just I just think they want this type of passion, this ability to work towards something, to have something to work on so they can be excited too, especially at this age, right? We don't want to just ride it out for the rest of life. We want to keep on going, that life can even get better, more exciting, with more energy and more enthusiasm. Right? That's what we want at this age. I want to help you do that. And again, reach out to me. I tell you, get that Morning Connection MANformation course special. That link is always down below. Get a chance to, you and I, we connect. I take you through this goal setting session because it starts with emotion. It starts with you getting clear. 90-minute session, we talk, the call's recorded, and then you get the 11-hour MANformation course broken up into 6 sessions. More clarity, more control, more certainty, more confidence. A lot of different ways. Check that out. Check out all the 6 chapters. I'm going to post that down below. The 6 different sections, what that's going to do for you. But the most important thing, get to talk to me. Get some of this energy, not just through these morning connections, piece by piece by piece. Not generally and hoping that I say something that stimulates your higher self and your drive and emotion. We actually talk on the phone. The call's recorded, so you learn from it over and over again. You can play bits and pieces, if not the whole conversation with me, over and over again. And the power is that it's specifically designed to you. All right, so let's seize the day. Those opportunities, let's get more into them and get even more out of them. They're not going to last forever. Remember, 1/10 than what we work for, but that's good. We got to seize it. All right? And if you're challenged right now, I know what that's like, right? Maybe give you that vision and work just a little bit harder. Get up a little bit early in the morning. Make sure you listen to this morning connection. Stay up a little bit later at night, because when you do hit it, you got to hit it hard. All right? So this age, we got more time behind us than we do in front of us. Got to live with that sense of urgency. Produce. Keep consistent. Be persistent, mentally and emotionally flexible. Love, connect, work hard. Your legacy, produce with that sense of urgency. Again, we got more time behind us than we do in front of us. Expect the best from yourself today. Expect the best from your efforts, and expect the best from other people. And have a great day.